morning, good morning. I just want to get this done with, so let me go ahead and get the cracking. How's this? Fenrision Gray. I'm starting about 40 minutes early, so I don't expect people to show up yet, but that's all right. I'm going to do a dry brush of Fenrision Gray on this base. Dang. I actually have a dry brush, but I use this. Well, it's too late now. Alright, let me see how I stay on here. Devolve Raichu! What's going on, friend? I wasn't expecting anybody to show up because I'm early. You know what? I'm gonna use my proper dry brush because I'll be real, I forgot. You going up at this time is better for me. Well, I know it's weird trying to find a time that works for other working age people. You know what I mean? I should kind of move this over. Did you have a nice Monday, friend? Dang, that's too much. Alright, we saved it. That looks like scratches now. Okay. Try this on the side, huh? How about that? Oh, I do know though. Huh? I did. It wasn't too bad. I'm just waiting for Sparking Zero to come out. I don't know what that is, but I'm glad you're excited about it. It's good to be excited about things. I'm gonna be real. I was painting really well. I was very diligent, and then it was a combination of being burnt out, and then Space Marine 2, and then previously before that, it was Dark Tide. Okay, this is starting to look pretty good. Outstanding. I love a good dry brush. Alright. Now we're getting somewhere. Look at that. Look how that looks. Alright. How's Dark Tide now? I haven't played it since it came out. Well, see, this is like the first time I played it, so it was, I enjoyed it very much. Let me turn my, let me turn my Giga Chad jazz music down. um, First of all, it's hard as hell. I think I had to do the first boss fight. I had to do it maybe 4 or 5 times. I keep leveling up, leveling up. Nope, still hard. But yeah, I do like it. Yeah, game. If I had to play it by myself, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would play it by myself because this is scary. It's not so scary when you got teammates. Ugh. All right, little flayed one flesh. I need me a brush. Here's a brush. Can't get my sound right. Okay, so we're gonna just put a little different color on this. Probably should have done that before, but nah, it'd be fine. Just add a little color. I think it'd be okay. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, the more I look at it, I got brown. I don't know what I was putting that on there. All right. We got some brown we'll put down. Nice. Glad you're enjoying it. When it first came out, it was pretty underwhelming. They had a lot of missing mechanics, but they had sure fully operational. Feels bad, man. Yeah. It's just why I generally do not buy anything new when it comes out. I tell people this before. I learned my lesson from um, Mass Effect Andromeda, and actually Space Marine 2 was the first game I bought new in years. My phone is going totally nuts. Hold on one second. Oh, never mind. It's just the boys being silly. Usually, if my phone's going off a bunch of text messages, I'm like, oh God, what happened? I couldn't figure out how to get my music back on what is this thing I'm using? Streamlabs. I couldn't figure out. It was on, then it's not on, and then I tell it to come on, but it doesn't come on. So I got to put my own music on my headphones, but I don't want to get a strike or whatever, so I gotta just play it on my headphones. And that's how we take some lemons and we make lemonade. Coffee. Back up, man. Back up, man. My cat is all up in my business. You know, I grabbed this brown. I didn't think it was going to be like poo-poo brown, but here we are. I'm just trying to add a little bit of color, like so not everything is all the same color, but let's just see what we can. Just be very subtle. Alright, just a little brown. And I will add a little, let me add a little bit in there. Alright, I think that's okay. Sorry, but wow, that chat's moving. Man, you know how I get when I get focused now. See, fully operated. Damn autocorrect. Back up, feline friendo. That's it. Hey, Vulcan. Sorry for starting early. Alright. This will probably be black on the bottom, man. Alright. Ooh, this water is filthy. Alright, we're gonna put some Agrax Earthshade on that. Alright, and let's see if we can darken this up. Might take 1 or 2 layers. By the way, if y'all aren't on that old jazz music, man, I don't know what y'all are doing with yourselves. What's up, buddy? Good. Alright. What'd I say to do next?
The binder.
Alright, review the binder, and then I'll review with you when I get done.
Okay.
Gotta stay on top of the board now. In fact, I got my own homework I need to do when I get done with this. Let's see. Man, look at you, man. You got all these emotes. I'm more of an Amber Alert type of guy. Are you now? Are you now? I have a Vosh reaction image I got to use for the first time today in a while. I was very, very pleased with myself. Alright, let's see if we can kind of maybe dirty this stuff up here a little bit. Oh, I think that'll look nice. Just add a little bit of just some dirt down in there. Alright. I feel like I'm kind of getting too hyper focused on this. That alarm sound almost as good as an air raid alarm. I just use my own emotes. Look at this guy. Man, I wish I was smart enough to figure all that stuff out, but I don't even know how to ban people from the chat, so maybe I shouldn't tell people that. How about it, boys? Do you think am I getting too focused on this? Because here I am putting brown shade brown shade on a blue stone. Alright, I think we're going to not be so anal about this. Alright. I think we're almost done here. We're almost done, he says, as he keeps filling in cracks and stuff. Alright. Okay. How's that looking? I just need to let this kind of dry up. Alright, we'll let that dry and we will change our water and work on the backpack. How about that? That's probably good to do. Let me change my water. I'm going to be right back. Beautiful. Man, look at you. Raichu's too good to me. Hold on one second. Hey, buddy. Hi, taco friend. Alright, let's see. Backpack. I'm gonna flip this dude here. We need to work on banners. Maybe I should probably just stick this guy in there like that. Alright, banners. I don't even remember what color we do these things. Alright. Entertain yourself for a bit. Alright, let me sit this guy here. Alright, Wraith Bone. I think that's what we use. That looks right. Let's see, that's a big one. Probably need a small one. That's what she said. Alright, let's put this one there. Had a really weird day today because my boss is actually on vacation and I didn't know he was going on vacation until Friday. And so this dude just peaced out, left no instructions or anything. Like, hey, I want you to work on this while I'm gone. Da, 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 da. Nothing. So I just have. Listen, I'm not going to say I don't have a lot to do at work because there are some days that are busier than others, but the loan volume has dropped off. So, like, my department is literally like, sometimes it's a struggle to find things to do, which is why I have time to work on the STL database for the friends. But it's a very weird time to be working in banking lately. Am I okay? I'm right. I'm the right way. Let me move this way. Ickbard, what's up, friend? Slow days. Well, It's alright. Sometimes. My BFFF actually works for the same company as me, and about half the time he's stationed at my branch. So we get to have a good old time. Actually, we have too good of a time, which I think is why they try to put him at the other place, the other location. But be happy in your work, man. Well, try to be. You know what I mean. And anyway, let's see. Came home and we cooked dinner. We had honey chicken with vegetables. I did not make any rice to go with it because I had kind of a carb heavy lunch, and I said I don't want no more carbs. And then me and the kid, I'm trying to introduce him to like kind of like entry level horror movies. And so we watched the original Night of the Living Dead, which still holds up. So it's very impressive. And then we watched The Wolf Man that came out a couple years ago. Big Emily Blunt fan. Oh, by the way, let's see here. Nada mucho. Been recovering from a cold and now I'm cooking. Based and zombie pill. You should show him Toy Soldiers. Perfect amount of horror for a top. Toy Soldiers. Toy Soldiers. Toy Soldiers. The name sounds familiar. In fact, I might even be able to visualize the movie cover. When you mention that, I used to, the movie Toy Story actually freaked me out when I was a kid. Like, I was freaked out, and I didn't want the toys to murder me when I was sleeping. So, before I would go to sleep at night, I would say goodnight to every single toy that I had in my bedroom. Said if I'm polite to them, maybe they won't kill me. Talked about this before. When I was a kid, I didn't know that movies were fake. Or even like, there's a movie called Legend of Boggy Creek. I've talked about it before. But anyway, it's like a docudrama about the Fouke monster, which is like in around the Texas Arkansas border. And it didn't occur to me that there's such a thing as a fake documentary. When I was a kid and I saw this movie, and I was scared. I was scared to go outside for like, well, months. Yeah, shit, even years. I'll say years. Because I thought Bigfoot was going to get me in my residential neighborhood. Is all that I can give to you. Sorry, I don't sing very much, but man, I do like me some old jazz. I saw somebody wrote a novella in the comments. Let me check it out here. Toy Soldiers. The Muppets used to freak the hell out of me. Yes. Toy Soldiers is about an action figure company that creates a microchip. Wait. Yes, Small Soldiers. That's the movie you're talking about. Unless it had a different name overseas. I know what you're talking about. I had the Gorgonites. Gorgonites? Gorgonauts. and major chip hazard. One group are mutants who are trying to find a new land and be at peace. The other are the Giga Chad American. Yeah. Voice of an angel. Really? Man, I tell you what. Yeah, I think if I had went to the black church growing up so I could have got free choir practice, I probably could have been a singer. Heck, there's a girl in my town who was on American Idol, and she learned how to sing from the church choir. I think she won. I think she won. And of course, she instead of doing anything meaningful, she just went on her press tour after she won, and then came home and probably sold a couple singles or something like that, and then never amounted to anything. But she made first place on the show. You know, I was thinking this might be my last guy, because the wife is coming home in a couple weeks, and I'm going to have to pack everything up probably in 2 weeks. Actually, in exactly 2 weeks, it's going to have to get packed up. But for streaming purposes, I really think I'll start working on this Blade Guard Ancient, just because he looks cool. I have to do some touching up with the black. That's alright. Who dat? Comical Rock is now following me. Well, welcome. How you doing? I'm just having a silent moment. Don't mind that though, it happens. It's because I'm a slow. Alright. We're almost done with this parchment. Alright. That's going to have to be good enough, because I'm not going to be doing this to Chinese New Year. Alright. There's going to be some red and some gold and some silver. And I think we will do... Goodness, I should probably let that dry before I start doing this. Let's paint this here skull the same color. Man, this... Yeah, I don't know if y'all like jazz, but this mix I'm listening to is fire, man. What is this called? Let me look up the title. 1 hour of jazzy Chad songs for a romantic night. Well, there you had it. Let's see. I double checked it. Yeah, you're right. Small sodas. Don't mean to pry. Is your wife and her family in China doing well? Man, I appreciate you asking them. Yeah, so we had to take a trip in June because my father-in-law was on his deathbed, we were told. So we had to drop everything, take an emergency trip, and go be there for family. And we were there for a month. He did not pass, so I had to come back with my oldest kid. And due to school starting up and everything, so the wife stayed with the baby and her mom, and then helped take care of her dad. And then he passed, and so she stayed to be there with her mom during the difficult times. So anyway, it seems they're adjusting. You know, it sucks. all got trials and tribulations in our lives. It's just a matter of waiting for them to hit and then dealing with them when the time comes, you know. So, but anyway, they'll be home soon, and I got a plan to take them to a drive-in safari, which is nearby. So that'll be our first family trip in 6 months. Anyway, iron within, iron without. I'll let that dry for a bit. Alright. Good, you. Hello, Comical Rock. Like I said, I'm sorry if that was a little heavier than people were expecting. Alright, this is almost done, and that looks nice, I think. Alright, I want to add a few just very light highlights on here. A very, 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 very light highlight. But let me see what color I want to use. Fenrisian gray. Alright guys, we're going to do a very, 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 very light highlight with the Wraithbone. Very, very light. I don't know how this is going to look, but this is what we're going to do. Alright. My condolences. My fiance's dad passed away 2 years ago now. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. It's not easy. You're fine, King. I talk about all sorts of stuff with my friend when he streams, so I ain't worried. Here's my plan to overthrow the government. What? Alright. Let's see how this looks. Let's lighten this up. Let's try on the back, huh? Try this up a lot, huh? Alright. I think that's good for right now. Alright. Just very, very, very light, just to add an extra little bit of, just a little variation. So instead of, 2 colors, we got 3 colors, so it just looks a little bit better. Alright, let that dry. Let's see here. Step 1, to make chat interesting. Ask chat what religion the owner of BlackRock is. Step 2, ask them to look up what caused the creation of the ADL. Step 3, make fun of anyone who calls you anti-Semitic. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's see. Alright. Let me just kind of clean this brush here a little bit. I don't properly take care of my brushes, in case anybody knows, or was wondering. Okay, so I think this is mostly done. We'll use a little bit of Gehenna's Gold for these bullet casings. What time is it? What time? Oh, okay, so this is about when I would normally start streaming. But I just wanted to be done with this thing today. I don't know if I'll be done with it, but you know what I mean. What a goofy gold color this is. Well, anyway, so I have several people who invite me to play Space Marine and Dark Tide with them, and it's just the only trouble is when you both are working age people. You got priors. I got one guy's. He's got wife and kids, and he's off in the afternoon, but I'm working in the afternoon. And when I come home, he's busy, with the family. And then soon it's going to be me. I'm going to be busy with the family. So. Alright, so that's done. There's only 2 of those there. And now I need to put some. Now I need to fix this where I messed it up. That's my problem, is I just be messing stuff up. And then I gotta go back in and fix it. And then people always say to me, "Wow, Space Shark, your paint jobs are so clean." I'm like, that's because I'm like hyper autistic about touch-ups. I never asked for this power. Alright, that's touch that. Alright. Alright, so we got 2 colors on there. That's fine. That works. That works good. Now, assembly. Assembly. I feel like the rest of this would be easier if this was like put on here. So let me try and find a spot. Okay, that would look cool. And he would be on there. Okay. Alright, don't ever do this, what I'm doing. I'm a trained professional. Don't anybody ever do what I'm about to do. Hold on, let me get contact. Cool, I'm playing Dark Tide pretty soon when group gets on in about an hour. Oh, man, that's fun. I tell you, the sound design on that game is incredible. When they want it to be atmospheric, they got, ambiance sounds, which are this big creepy. And then when things pick up, ooh, that music gets me pumping. Alright. I don't like drilling resin because it's messy. Let's see if we can get this deep enough. A little bit deeper, and then we can super glue this. Which Space Marine chap do you like more, the Carcharodons or the Space Sharks? I'm a sucker for the old terminology, so I would go with Carcharodons. Alright. Oh, I got a thing about stuff on my floor. Let me clean this up right quick. I'm OCD about a clean house. Ooh, okay. Damn, it's hot in this house. Have y'all seen the chapter logo for the space sharks? It's a shark turning on itself, is it not? Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, that bit. Ooh, it fell. Damn it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that looks dope. Alright, here's what I want to do first though. Before I glue this on, I think it would be prudent to highlight at least the little bit of the cloak there. This might be a little tricky though, so let me try something here. Let me try this. This is Flump Pink. Let me see if I can get a dry brush going with one of these ugly brushes. At the very second I'm watching this while sitting next to a campfire I made in my yard. Well, you know, I have some yard debris I need to burn from that hurricane, but it's kind of windy today, so I gotta wait. All right, give me something to practice on. All right. All right. Let's see if we can get us a little couple highlights right here. All right. I'm just trying to focus a little bit here. I'm gonna check the chat in just a second. All right. All right. So we got some color on there. It'll look fine. And then we're just going with red later just to kind of tighten up those highlight lines. I was dry brushing instead of just putting it on there because that paint is kind of it's kind of like shiny, like it's a little bit glossy. It looks weird when you just put it on with a brush. Okay, let's try. I think we're ready to base this thing. Oh man, I didn't think we'd ever get here. All right. Get in there. Hmm. Okay. All right, boys. Man, look at that. That is pretty dope. Okay, he looks dope. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I'm impressed myself. All right, and then I think we're ready to put the head on too. All right, let's see if I can get his head off of this thing. That's another head. Yeah, some of these recasts, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get them. Oh man, I just realized this dude has. I glued this dude's head on. I don't know how I can get him off. Oh, okay. Holy crap, this dude is unbelievable looking. Alright, I'm just gonna sit that right there for right now. I want him to dry good before I put his head on. That's like unbelievable. I can't believe I painted that. I can't believe that. Tell me I can't paint good. I'll tell you what. Oh, sorry. Let me get caught up on the chat. That was sorry. There's a lot of focus I was doing there. Oh, hey, y'all see? Oh yeah, okay, okay. Never mind. So I am all caught up. So let me ask you guys. How was you guys' Monday? So you know what? I see what I should have done. I should have put some rocks down here that were kind of same color as that one. Okay, we can still do that. Alright, let's try and glue this head. Alright. Yeah, we need some more. Okay, man. Alright, I am impressed myself. Outstanding. Alright, I'll let him dry. Let's keep working on this here backpack. What did I say? Brown. We'll get them brown. Uh, Pretty good. Cut grass all day. On a Monday, my Monday is going pretty well. Thank you for asking. Today I painted up some Chaos Dwarfs and now I'm finishing cooking up dinner. Finishing Chaos Dwarfs. I think I have a full Chaos Dwarf roster loaded up into the Chud Hammer STC database. In fact, tonight I'll probably go STL hunting some more. Chaos Dwarfs seem fun. Actually, if I had the time, orcs look fun. Oh, yeah, I got a lot better about staying on camera. Alright. Alright. Okay, alright, so why don't we move on to gold then? Man, I think we're kind of just full steam ahead here. I like it. Oh, I'll make sure to give it a look. Thank you, friend. Just because Space Marines are the most popular faction, that's most of what I got. But I am making a conscious effort to get everything. I actually did get a full Votan roster 2 weeks ago. It's all mostly full. It's missing a couple characters, but nothing you wouldn't be able to find a proxy for easy. Water in this here. Caving. Hey, caving. People actually buy Votan. That's what I said. But then I had a couple people ask me about it, so I was like, fine, I'll see if I can find some for you. I even uploaded a bunch of Tau for the odd commie who follows me. It was can't remember the name, but they're a pretty prominent proxy company. Had a pretty brutal it was Tau Casualties STL pack, and one of them is like a disfigured, dismembered Tau corpse, and they wrote Xenos. They cut Xenos into his back. That's what you get, Xeno. I said it once, I say it again. Retributor Gold is like my favorite gold. It's just so bright and beautiful. Whoa. I almost got too crazy there. Let me think about what's going on. So, let's kind of talk about what is going on right now in North Carolina and Georgia and Tennessee. I was literally, just a couple of weeks ago, I was thinking about the Lahaina fires in Hawaii and how literally pretty much kids got burned to death, and they covered it up. You know, they don't want people knowing that the government got all those kids dead. I was thinking about that and how nobody's been held accountable. And I'm just thinking to myself, that couldn't be me. If it was my kids that got burned alive because government fumbled the ball, either accidentally or maliciously, and my kid got burned up, I would not take that laying down. I would be making the news because I would do something that some people might consider unreasonable, but I would not take that laying down like the parents appear to be. Couldn't be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird. I don't get how people cannot do something. And that's how I feel about that. But I said it on Twitter. I said I think the Democrats' internal polling showed that they were losing. They already lost Georgia and North Carolina. And so they pretty much they dropped the pretense of even pretending to care about the people there. Which is ridiculous because obviously, you know, like Asheville is like a super liberal place. So that's literally their best friends in Asheville, but they're dragging their feet. Whole thing is just totally, absolutely bonkers that you think something like that could happen in what I'm told over and over again is the most powerful country in the world. It just seems to me that we're getting closer and closer to, you know, an actual complete system collapse. And I know that people say, you know, the nothing ever happens meme is a thing that I see around from, you know, black pillars and stuff, but I was cognizant, I was aware of the world in 2008, 2009. Things, I try not to cuss on my stream, but things are fucking up that are not easily unfucked. That's what I'm getting at. So a society that has no faith in government institutions, I don't know how that can keep going. You know what I mean? I mean, half the country has no faith in law enforcement, or at least federal law enforcement. They don't trust government health, quote unquote, experts. And who can blame them? The organization that's supposed to be in charge of the border has no idea what's going on. corporations are colluding with government in order to stifle dissent. It's just crazy. And literally all you have to do to win is to meme, talk trash, take screenshots, keep receipts, and literally that's how you win. Am I making sense? I'm kind of rambling a little bit. Alright. Gold. That gold looks tight. Let's see if I can. Gray Jaeger 45. Gosh, I hope he wasn't listening to my rant. Sorry. It's not what I was trying to do. Alright, my teaming brushes, they about had it, but I'm not throwing them out. I'm sorry, boys. I want to check the chat here in just a second. Alright, slow and steady. Smooth, slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. My kid's going. My kid's goofing off in his room. Gosh. Yeah, I can always tell when like my focus is almost out because. Oh, okay, come on, we're almost there, boys. I don't know if I can do it. Is this the thinnest brush I got? Kind of. Oh, boys. Alright. Alright, we're just going to have to touch this up. Alright, guys. Alright, and we're doing purple seals. Yeah, boys, we're getting there, man. It's just blocking in a couple colors, doing some touch-ups, some highlights, and then, oh gosh, are we done? Are we done? I think we can be done with this thing tonight. Okay, what'd I say? Purple. I need a dark purple. Dark purple, which is where? There it is. Alright. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I got behind on the chat. Okay. I like my Chaos Dwarfs because I use them as my infantry for Squat Imperial Guard Army. Yes, I play Votan. But outside of Votan, which do you think is the least popular faction, as in least number of people actually collect them? Yeah, I would say Gene Stealer cults. It's cool that they got another faction, but it's like, I felt like, really, how many people were going to play? Who was asking for Gene Stealer cults? You know what I mean? Not Banana Boys. Maybe Banana Boys now. I think our friend Taco he's one more piece of bad news away from giving up Custodes. Hi, Texas friend. Reason I say Gene Stealer cults is you barely see them in play even when the rules are good. Yeah. Apparently with the hurricane relief stuff, it was people who were flown in from big cities not used to being around mountain men with AR-15 strapped on their backs to come in for aid. Apparently it was drummed up by folks to get more of that Twitter revenue. The person who I saw break it down showed how this misinformation was spread internally and not created by foreign agencies. These days, when shenanigans happen, it is 95% chances some tard doing something silly for clicks. My dad's heading back up there Wednesday. Now, see, I was actually in high school when Hurricane Katrina hit. And I remember as a dude that I knew at the time, he took his boat and drove to New Orleans and was trying to help people, look for survivors. And the first trip out he took his boat on, a looter tried to, jack his boat. So he escaped, and then he put his boat back on the trailer and came home. Purple is a nice color. It's just kind of ruined in 40K because everybody's like Gene Stealer colors or Slanesh colors. But I don't want to have red seals and then have a red loincloth too. I usually make a lot of my own memes, but I just didn't have the muse today. Usually I got no problem coming up with memes, but maybe I was just memed out today. Am I on camera? Yeah, I'm doing a lot better. I used to forget to unmute the mic and all kind of crazy stuff. Anyway, so like I was saying, instead of playing video games, instead of playing like Space Marine or Dark Tide, what I do is I put on some obscure comedy movie that I adore. Something like Club Dread or Norbit, which is Eddie Murphy's best movie he ever made. And then I will, hunt for STLs, and then I will organize them, and then I will upload them. In fact, I had a guy send me some of the last Siege of Terra books that I was missing for the ebooks. That was today. But that purple just really punches this up because I don't really talk about this stuff because I'm actually kind of embarrassed about it now, but I actually have an art school education, and so stuff like with color choice and composition on a model, that's stuff that I try to take into consideration. But at the same time, I like to do the Bob Ross thing where you just start painting. That one's good. This one's good. Oh, what time is it? I got about 30 minutes left. Well, let me go down here. It's sad to see people try to take advantage of those who are in need. I hope they found God because the alternative is terrible. Norbit is the greatest Eddie Murphy movie ever made. Not The Golden Child. No, I'm not going to apologize for this opinion. Norbit is the best Eddie Murphy movie ever made. I know that I would get dragged through the coals for this opinion, but I'm going to stand by that opinion. I talked about this before. I don't know what it's called when the kind of movie where the one actor is like multiple people in a movie, like Nutty Professor or um, Jack and Jill, Austin Powers. They're just those movies are just so insane. I love them so much. All right, here I messed this one up, so we're gonna just. Oh, wow! It just occurred to me. All right, I want to highlight some of this scroll work here. Beautiful. You know, I'm not, I'm not a great painter, but I do okay. Bap, 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 bap. Yo, if y'all aren't listening to jazz music while you're painting, like, what are you guys even doing? And I'm not gonna cheat either. I'm actually gonna paint. I try and do some text on here. Oh goodness gracious, we got Nat King Cole on here too. What? What's everybody's favorite music? I gotta send you some more Salamander stuff later this week. In your own time, brother. Shit. I too enjoy films by Mike Myers. I just finished Tigurius the other day and started using ice yellow to highlight my scrolls. Ice yellow. I don't know what that looks like. Ice yellow. You know, I used to watch a lot of Warhammer YouTubers, but most of them they outed themselves as being cringe. So, I'm sure a lot of them are like that, but man, look at that. That's just gorgeous. I started watching, I think it's Minisodes. It's a British guy, and he likes to paint old metal miniatures. He is really good at like doing like colors. He's like, I'm using this one because this is what I had. So, and it's like, he encourages people to experiment. Damn, I'm gonna have to do that, tighten that up again there. Now my problem is I can easily spend, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on a model, but I just don't have time for that right now. Alright. Let that dry, and we'll put a little more shade on that icon that I lost. But first, add a little white to it. Or, what is this? Very, 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 very light extreme highlights of white on the skull. Sorry, here I come. Let me see it. I'm listening to a zombie audio book series called Dead America. I used to read a bunch of zombie apocalypse type stuff. I was getting ready for it. Alright. I was very, 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 very careful. Wow, how did I get that white on me? That could have been bad. That looks so spooky. Try to tidy up just one little piece right here. Hold on, boys. Some stippling. Alright, I think that came out okay. Now we just need to put a little bit more of that brown shading in there to fill in that symbol again. Goodness. Boys, man, how's that for some progress? I mean, if once I can get this thing just like assembled, then everything else will be pretty easy. And I can do a little bit of work at a time until it's done this weekend. Or this week. This is getting done this week. What'd I say? The brown. Agrek Tertiary. Let's see. Hell yeah, short. Halo ODST soundtrack is the best jazz music. Prove me wrong. Rock and metal in most of its iterative forms. You gotta follow my friend who's totally not cringe and very bass. Used to watch the Long War guys from Spiky Bits, even though they're a little silly. Metal Gear Rising, soundtracks. I'm currently listening to a lot of All That Remains. All That Remains. And I got some of their stuff. Prepping models. Let's see Paul Allen's Chaplain. Oh, goodness. I got these 2 recast Chaplains. I was trying to do 3 Chaplains at a time, but it's like I cannot force myself to focus like that. Okay, let's try this one more time. sure these details can show up here. Boys, I'm starting to obsess over here. Alright. I think that's okay for now. Well, I hit some purple on these here seals. What time is it? I still got a little bit of time. Alright. Man, purple is just such a pretty color. This base was actually printed for me by a damned Primark Celestial Forge, if anybody was curious. Alright, let's see. Oh, I forgot there's one on the back. Alright, how about the smallest brush I got? Let's see, those are done. How about blue? We're going to take and water down some of this blue shade here and use it on this white. I'm about slap ass wore out, but we're making some good progress here. Oh gosh, my cat pooped and it smells like he didn't even bother to cover it up. Oh, that looks pretty. That's just going to be a very, very, very subtle blue shade on that. I don't know who told me about that, but it was a really good idea, so I started doing it. Using blue shade on white. Because when you use Nona oil, it can make it look dirty, but the blue just really, it cools it down and just really makes that stuff pop. Okay. I forgot his shoulder pad. Alright, well, let's do that shoulder pad. The more we get done tonight, the less we have to do later. Alright. We'll get crazy now. Uh-oh. It's too wet. That's what he said. I mean, no, it's not what he said. It's just too wet. Alright, we're going to have to let this kind of dry up. One of these paints ain't right because I'm an idiot, and I think it was dried out because I didn't close it right, and so I just put water in it. And that doesn't really, the cat's going nuts. That doesn't really reverse the drying, it just makes it wet. I'll check the chat in just a second, bros. Oh, you would. And I get to try to squeeze text in on this little pad. I think we'll just put mortise. How about that? That seems doable. Alright, and we'll highlight this, because I forgot to do it. Alright, I'm going to do up a couple of these rocks there. Alright, boys. Let's see. I think, well, let me see. Got 10 minutes left. Let's grind it out for just a little bit longer, huh? I have to tighten that up with some black later. Hmm. Oh, alright, let me check the chat here. Let's see. Paul Allen's chaplain. Alright, I think this is a good stopping point for today. Actually, that's very good progress. I like this. And then next time, we'll work on the purity seals, and then highlights, and touch-ups. And then, so probably 2 days this week I'll work on this. Excellent. Okay, now I have something for Friday, what is it called? Friday hobby posting by Woe Camera Els. Oh, boys, that's it for me. Let me sit and let's see if I can lean this back so y'all can see. I will post a picture online or on Twitter so everybody can see. Oh yeah. Let's see. Those soothing tones and slender hands are going to make me give up my purity seal. Yeah. All right. Okay. That's I'll take the praise. Let's see. Anyway, any closing questions, comments? About time for me to call the lady. Yeah. Come here, coffee. Hey, y'all see something? It's a cat foot. It is my cat. Look at him, he got his foot. Look at his foot. Oh, get out of here. Meow, 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 meow. Guys, be friend. Laters, Sharko. Y'all have a nice day. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. We got some new friends today. That's very, very cool. Y'all have a blessed week, and I will see y'all on Twitter. Bye. Bye-bye, Mr. Yeager. Adios, Dava. Dava Flake. Okay.